welcome back to our channel. As you can see, we are back at the beach. Today our video is going to be a little different. It's going to be very much based on Julie and her giving you guys some tips on her experiences and how to learn the best German.
So today we want to explain you how to learn best German language. First, it seems, it's a little bit difficult, but we want to explain you a little bit. You can do it in a natural way and how you would be successful in a faster and more efficient way.
Julie has been a teacher for a very long time, so this will hopefully show you guys a sneak peek of what she has seen and experienced and witnessed as a German teacher. With her experience, she's been able to teach many different people how to speak German, but in an efficient way, so that you're not wasting time and we're not wasting time learning about a lot of very small things that might not be necessary to your comprehension and understanding and learning of the German language.
So the first thing is that we don't want to waste too much time with grammar explanation. So that's the first thing. The important thing is that you get a feeling for the language. A feeling for the language like you have for your mother language.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Julie. I think that there are some grammar rules that when you, let's take it back to when you're a baby. My first language was Spanish, and when I learned Spanish, I knew a lot. I spoke very formal, very educated. I learned all the things I needed to learn. And then in high school, when I got to high school, I took a Spanish class, and the funny thing is that I knew how to do everything in my class. I didn't struggle. The only thing I didn't know were the specific names to the grammar rules. Like once the teacher would explain the grammar rule or like the name of the rule, I would know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes.
Yeah.
If you learn German in a very native and natural, kind of like how, like in a natural way, as like when you learn your first language, then I feel like you won't need to know exactly what every single grammar rule is called and what it is, right?
Yes, and this is also, it's really difficult even for Germans to know all the words and the grammar explanations and so on. It's really complicated. So I want to save you this trouble. So you learn your mother language, without any grammar explanation. So, and you can speak your mother language really perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't know mom who has told her baby how to use the language and explain the grammar rules, but the baby can speak it perfectly.
That's very true.
Yeah. So there must be something right in this process. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to do, like this, and that's the way how I teach you German. So the important thing is that you get a feeling for the language, a feeling like you have for your mother language. That's a really important thing. For this, we begin always with full sentences. You always learn all vocabulary in full sentences. So then you get a feeling for this vocabulary. You bring it in a content and in a context. You bring it in a content. Yeah, and so you get a picture of this vocabulary. Yeah, and then you can memorize it better.
Yeah.
So, and you will get a feeling for the sentence structure because you repeat it all the time to make the sentences again and again, and then we will keep it after a while.
Yeah. Okay.
The next important thing is how you learn best the German language is that you read always aloud.
Okay.
Yeah? So you see your text, you see the sentence structures, you see the verb forms, you see everything visual, with your eyes, with the sense of seeing. And then if you read aloud, you also speak these sentences and this text, So you do it in the same time.
Yeah.
And if you speak aloud and you read aloud, you hear also this language. So you have three senses.
I think it's really funny and interesting because now that we're doing these videos, when I look back at them, I've already sat down once and listened to you, spoke it, and wrote it down most of the time. but then when I'm watching the videos, it all comes back to me. And,
Yeah.
and I realized that, as y'all may have seen, I struggle to pronounce things a lot of the time.
But you got it.
But when I rewatch the videos and I'm hearing and I'm looking at the translation, I've noticed that when I'm saying it again that second time after the videos have been posted, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to say. It's a lot easier to read it, because just by reintroducing it to myself, I'm just like, okay, it's there, and I can speak it a lot better and I can say it a lot better. But I think it's because, like you said, you incorporate all senses into it, and then repetition obviously just helps overall. So
Yeah, and the more you hear and you see, and you will understand more and more. And after this understanding, after you understood the things, then you get more and more comfortable with this, that you can also speak the language. So be a little bit patient with yourself, but you will see it works. Okay, the sun is going down now and it gets cold, so we will run fast through the last point.
Yeah.
The next thing what I want to suggest you to watch movies, but movies where the story is really clear, so that you can understand really quick the story, so that it's easier to understand it and bring it in a context.
And you know,
yeah,
like,
so and then you can see, that could mean this and that.
so kind of like to not get lost. Like if it's a very complex or a very overly dramatized movie, it's kind of hard to follow everything that's going on. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. I need to do that.
Okay, so another important thing is that please try to learn always with a native speaker, because only native speaker know what it means to speak the language in the real life and how to use the language in the real life.
Yeah, I think it's so important to learn from a native speaker, because as a Spanish native speaker, when I was in high school, like I said before, I took an advanced Spanish class. So this was fully in Spanish, fully engaged, fully integrated. But what I realized is that what my teacher was teaching me sometimes, yes, she was very educated and it was very proper, but it wasn't everyday Spanish. It wasn't things that you would use on a daily basis. I had classmates who, there was things that she would explain that they don't know, because it's a very formal, not a day-to-day. And of course, it's good to know a formal language and to know it perfectly structured. But at the end of the day, you don't use perfectly structured language every day. Even the English language,
Yeah.
most of us don't speak it in the exact grammar way. So I think that by learning German, which is, for me, it's a very different language. It's very different from English, it's very different from Spanish, but it's a really interesting thing. And learning it I feel like learning it from you, from a native speaker, it's going to be useful in a day-to-day sense. Like, why do I want to learn? Why do I need to know what this grammar rule is called if I'm never going to use that? I'm never going to talk about it. In Spanish, I learned a lot. I learned all the grammar rules in Spanish. Have I ever used them again? No.
Yeah, and
I don't know, that's my 2 cents.
what I think with my English, it was also a hard time to learn it a little bit. I never will get it perfectly. But the expressions, how to say it in the real life, that only native speaker know really.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And and sometimes it seems then a little bit ridiculous when you talk like, from a book.
Yeah, a little bit.
So just dive into the language, in the
right
ocean of German, enjoy it, and keep learning, and please be successful.
Stay tuned.
And please enjoy every tiny step of your process in learning German.
Yeah, don't forget to laugh and to smile and make fun of yourself. I make fun of myself a lot. What you guys see are the good cuts of me struggling with things. But like I said before, after I've said it a lot of times, and I give myself some time after the video is posted, and then I watch it and I re-say it, and I know it's a lot better. Like, I can say it the first time around then and not struggle so much. But you know why? Because I'm not like, I can sit here and be like, oh my god, I'm terrible at German, because I kind of am. But,
No.
I laugh through. I'm laughing through it. I have a good teacher who laughs with me, and we try again. Just try it again. Just keep trying. Keep working. It's a hard process, but if you put the effort and you try, you can do it.
And if you really like to learn it, you will have success. Yes. So thank you for watching, and hopefully we could help you a little bit in your process to learn German.
If you guys have any questions, any comments, if you want more tips, more tricks to learning German, let us know. Julie has a lot of experience, so she definitely has some good advice for you. So
Thank you.
don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to email her. Don't be afraid to comment. She's here. She's a good teacher.
Thank you.
She's a good teacher. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and watch all our old videos if you haven't.
And I'm happy when you are successful in learning German.
Yes.
It makes really happy. Okay, bye. See you next time. Bye. Tschüss.
Please.